Let's go.
Okay, so this is day 30, heading off, and if all goes as planned, I should be in Santiago, which is 4 more days of hiking, and then we'll be planning my schedule. It looks like I ought to be able to accomplish everything I want to accomplish. That includes not just hiking to Finisterre, but taking the train to Madrid and spending a day checking out the museums in Madrid. So, but first things first, let's get through today.
So as I leave the town of Sarria today, there's a little, I can look back and have a nice little view over the city that I'm leaving. Yeah. This is interesting. Looks like a tree must have fallen recently, probably last night, early this morning, right over the trail. Yeah.
Very early this morning.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I've seen a huge frog.
A huge toad?
Pardon?
What you said you saw a large. So I'm seeing a lot more pilgrims today. The last city I stayed at, Finisterre, that's actually a point where a lot of people start the Camino, and you can still get your certificate or whatever that they give you when you get to Santiago, as long as you've walked at least that far, and I think that's something like maybe 100 kilometers or so, or less. And so a lot of people will actually start their Camino at that point. So the trail is getting a little more crowded. Oh, I can see a little, I don't know if that's, I still have more walking to do today. That could be my destination over there. So it's a pretty sizable town, it looks like. And it looks like I'm going to wind around, so that it could, but I know I'm at least 2 hours, probably more like 2.5 hours away from my destination today. But as I was saying, I'm seeing a lot more pilgrims along the way, which is darn. And the way I understand it, the closer I get to Santiago, the more crowded it will be. Not that it's exactly crowded right now. I don't see it. There's not a pilgrim in sight right now. There's one that just went around the bend up there. But so, yeah, I've been walking through some. Actually, I probably should have taken more video and photographs of my hike today, because it was going through some really nice areas, but I just didn't feel like taking out my camera much today, so I didn't. Okay, let's do a little more reflection, I guess. That's what the Camino is supposed to be about. So I'll talk a little bit. I know that I've previously talked about how lucky I am, and I want to make sure people understand what I'm talking about when I talk about how lucky I am or how fortunate I am. And I don't mean to suggest that my life is any better than anybody else's, or definitely that I have any grand accomplishments that's placed me in a situation where I feel like I've elevated myself above the average person in terms of the quality of their life. I am a lucky person, okay? Which means, you know, if it were just a matter of me getting out and having all these great accomplishments and, you know, working hard and all that, you know, that doesn't necessarily require luck. That's just determination, and you know, there's much to be said for that. And I know lots of people are in good places in their lives because you know, they've worked hard and they've accomplished great things. But that's not what I'm necessarily talking about when I talk about, you know, how lucky I am. And in fact, I'm really sort of kind of making reference to you know, how I've kind of screwed up, actually, or at the very least, my plans that I've made have rarely worked out. You know, we'll have these ideas and plans to do things, and you know, maybe there's a job I'll apply for, and then of course I won't get it, or something else. And so the things that I've strived for, a lot of things I've strived for have actually fallen short. And things just haven't worked out the way they have. However, and this is how I'm such a lucky person, a lot of times when I end up life not going the direction that I thought it should go, it's, ironically, for me, it seems like it's actually turned out better for me that way. The fact that things ended up not the way I had planned, but in a different way and in a better way than I ever thought. For example, my career as a teacher, I never aspired to be a teacher. That was really kind of a fluke. But I think, okay, I'm not giving advice. I'm just gonna give you my perspective. In fact, let's put in a disclaimer for this, for all my blogging. I do not offer advice. You know, if you're following my blog is mainly just for friends and family. But if you happen to have stumbled upon my blog, maybe you're interested in doing the Camino yourself, well, my advice to you is do your own research, because I'm not giving advice on how to do the Camino, but I will share my perspective. And so my perspective on all this stuff and regarding luck and good fortunes is really to simply find a sense of purpose. That's the one thing that I've done, despite whatever my planning or goals might have been. I've always had a sense of purpose, and I've followed that, and that hasn't always led me where I thought it would lead me, but it has led me to a place where I can say I'm a lucky guy. Okay, so I am just about to enter my destination for today. Just going to cross this river, and up and ahead is find an albergue and spend my evening here. Okay, so I get to find the steps into the city.